Hello students, in this video we'll move up with the theories or models of dividend policy. In the last videos we have discussed with the concept of dividend policy and the nature of dividend policy. So in this video we'll go with the theories or models of dividend policy. That is, in the class itself, while solving the problems itself, I have given certain glimpse on this models. That is, some of the major different theories of dividend in financial management are as follows. That is, Walter's model and Gordon's model. These both are the relevance model of dividend policy, and Modigliani and Miller's hypothesis, this is the irrelevance model of dividend policy. So again I will make another video for this. So now just I'll skip this concept and I'll move to the next concept. Why? Because in the class itself most of the time I already been discussed. So that's what. So that is legal and procedural aspects of payment of dividend. Okay. So the legal and procedural aspects of dividend means nothing but while issuing the dividends, based on which the kind of things the dividend will be going to declared. That is whether the portion of a profit is not enough. We need to look after with every a corner of the business. Okay, because not just a profit matters there. Sometimes loss also matters, and sometimes how the turnovers will be going to done in by the organization. Those all petty things will matters. Okay, so that is why how these things will be going to made out. So that is the legal and procedural aspects of payment of dividend, which will be based on the these four things. That is, the first is the source of declaring dividend. Second one is transfer to reserves, declaration of dividend out of past profits or reserves, other provisions and aspects of payment of dividend. Okay, the first is the source of declaring dividend. That is the main source of declaring dividend. It is always based on the present year's profit. Okay, if the present year's profit is high, or it's reasonable, and the output is gained very much, so that's why we have crossed the expenditure over income, then at that situation we can declare the dividends, right? That is, the major source will be the profit portion or the retained earnings of the organization. So based on this only the declaration of dividend need to be done. Okay, and the second is the transfer to reserves. Okay, those items will be transferred to reserves and surplus or general reserves. While preparing balance sheet, you will transfer certain amount as a general reserves or reserves and surplus, right? Those are all will be the liability side, we will be going to record it. So those are all the source of the organization, right? From those sources also, means the from the reserve fund, whether it may be any kind of a reserves, not just only one kind of a reserve. It's kind of a general reserve or special reserve, or in if any other kind of a reserves and surplus, they can convert those reserves into the dividend amount. Okay, by converting that dividend amount, they can issue the amount as a dividend for the preference and the equity shareholders. Okay, next is regarding the declaration of dividend out of past profits or reserves. uh, this is the second point. It is regarding with the only the present year's reserves. Okay, but the third point says about the declaration of dividend out of past profits or reserves. Say for example, if the company earns profit, then they can issue the dividends, right? If the company occurs with a loss, then they need to bear the loss as well as they need to enjoy the profit, right? So at that situation, the equity shareholders will be ignored. ಅಂದರೆ ಈಕ್ವಿಟಿ ಶೇರ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ಸಿಗೆ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ ಡಿವಿಡೆಂಡ್ ಪೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಲಾಸ್ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ. ಆದರೆ ಪ್ರಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೇರ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ಸಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಡಿವಿಡೆಂಡನ್ನು ಅಟ್ ಎನಿ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪೇ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು, ರೈಟಾ? ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಥವಾ ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಸರ್ವ್ಸ್ ಸರ್ಪ್ಲಸ್, ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯೂಶ್ವಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತು ರಿಸರ್ವ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸರ್ಪ್ಲಸನ್ನು ಫಾರ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 8 ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಯರ್ಸಿಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಆ ಥರ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋ ರಿಸರ್ವ್ ಅಮೌಂಟಿಂದ ಯಾವಾಗ ಕಂಪನಿ ಲಾಸ್ ಸಿಚುಯೇಷನ್ನಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ ಆ ಮೂಮೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಡಿವಿಡೆಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಪ್ರಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೇರ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ಸಿಗೆ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಗಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ದ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಕೇಸ್. And the fourth case, it is regarding other provisions and aspects of payment of dividend. If any other provisions like the issuance of perks or issuance of bonus shares or issuance of buybacks. So in these all the situations, they need to follow up certain things like how means they need to follow the each and every rule and regulations given by the government. Okay, that is the first thing. When it comes to the first one, that is source of declaring dividend, the profit. Okay, profit is the major source. So from that profit, how much you will be going to declare? For that, government given one benchmark. Okay, these type of organizations, they need to provide this much of a dividend, and this kind of organization, they need to provide certain dividends. Okay, so when it comes to the transfer to reserves, one general rule that set by the government, that is the reserves and surplus can be carried forward to next 8 assessment years. Okay, next regarding with the declaration of dividend out of past profits or reserves, here what says means the historical cost basis. Okay, so on the basis of historical cost or historical profits, they can declare the dividends. And other things, that is I have told you, that is perks or additional benefits. Okay, from these all the things they can issue the dividends. Okay, so this is regarding the concept of the legal and procedural aspects of payment of dividend. Okay, so if you found any doubts, you can ask me. Thank you so much. And if you like my video, please give like and subscribe for my channel for next updates. Thank you so much.